Look at this, 97% inbox placement. But what if I told you this number is lying to you? Because it's actually counting the number of emails the Warmup tool sends to itself. And in fact, it has no idea what happens when you actually send a real email. Today, I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step setup for email Warmup. Most beginners think this number on their email dashboard means it is safe to send emails now. It is not. Even if this number is more than 90% on this dashboard, your domain could be completely unproven to Gmail and Outlook, and this is how most people end in spam by week 3. I had a client at 47% spam rate, and after just a few weeks of warming up and a few other fixes, the spam complaint rate dropped to 0% and 100% inbox placement, and all this in just a couple of weeks. So in this video, I am going to walk you through the actual tool setup on a new domain, the most common mistakes that ruins a beginner's inbox rate, and the one check that nobody does before sending a real email. Your Warmup tool's entire job is sending fake but real emails between a network of inboxes and making sure they get opened, they get replied to, and they are being marked as important, as if a real person is using your inbox normally. Simple mechanism, right? But this is where it gets tricky. Let's say you set up a new domain, you connect it to a Warmup tool, and it starts sending Warmup emails automatically and working its way up. On day 5, you check the dashboard and it seems good. So you think that we are good and you blast 40 emails to actual people on your list. But this is what you missed. Gmail and Outlook are not looking at your Warmup tool dashboards. They are looking at what you're sending, whom you're sending it to, how many people are replying to your emails, and if your emails are being marked as important or not. So even a 97% inbox rate is deceiving if your spam complaint rate sits above 0.3%. And this is the number one thing that you need to keep in mind when you want to start sending your email. And one agency learned this the hard way. They straight up jumped from 50 emails a day to 5,000 the moment they saw 95% inbox rate. And every major email service provider, including Gmail and Outlook, rejected all of their emails, and even switching email addresses and domains didn't move the needle for them. You are probably wondering, so how slow is too slow and how fast is too fast? Keep watching to find this out. But before that, this is the exact setup I recommend to my clients, including the one that went from 47% spam rate to 0% spam rate. Tool's name is Warmup Inbox. Link is below if you want to follow along and set it up. Once it's connected, you don't touch a thing for 2 to 3 weeks. The warm-up process starts automatically by sending emails to real inboxes, and all this runs in the background. This process might feel slow, and it's okay if you feel that. Think of it like you going to the gym after a long break. You don't bench press 100 on day 1, right? You start slow and light, so your body doesn't break. Same concept here. Now let's move on to the setup part. This takes like hardly 5 to 10 minutes, so let's get started. We'll start within the account dashboard by selecting Add Inbox. No need to enter your email address here. You need to simply select Gmail or other providers, only in case if you're using Zoho, Proton Mail, Fastmail, Mailbox, or other inboxes. Then go to the forwarding and pop IMAP tab via the link here. Now enable IMAP. This allows a tool to monitor where your emails are landing, and then move them to the main inbox if they do get wrongfully marked as spam. Now save your changes, press continue, then continue again. Now to enhance the security of your inbox, we need to enable two-step verification if you haven't done this already. Type in the verified code you might have received via a text, a call, or alternative options. Once done, select Turn On. Next, create an app password. This password gives Warmup Inbox the access needed to communicate within its network and enhance your sender reputation. Now you need to enter a name for the password and then click Create. Now copy your auto-generated 16-digit app password and click Done. Then paste the password below the email address here. Now enter the first and last name as you want it to appear in your Warmup emails. Press continue. Now this is important. You need to select the Warmup plan that best fits your list size. If you have a small list which is equal to or less than 2,500 contacts, select the basic plan. For mid-size list between 2,500 to 10,000, you go for the Pro plan, and in case you have more than 10,000 contacts on your list, you need to select the Max plan. Now you will have the option to create a filter to organize your Warmup emails better. To prevent these Warmup emails from arriving directly to your inbox, you may choose to archive them so that you can continue to improve your deliverability behind the scenes with your filters in place. Press continue, your inbox is now connected. And click finish to finalize the process, and that's it. You have successfully connected your inbox to the Warmup Inbox tool. One more thing before you start sending, you need to look at this section here. This is split by the provider, that is Google, Outlook, and others. You need to specifically pay attention to Google's number. Reason being, there are 1.8 billion users, and if most of your list is on Gmail and that Gmail score is weak, well, everything looks fine. You need to wait for some more days until the Gmail score seems strong enough. But when do I start sending my emails if the number on the dashboard doesn't indicate that? You might be wondering, right? So once you set up your SPF, DKIM and DMARC, you can start sending your emails. But what are these three? So let's see. Now picture an exclusive club for a party. Think of these three as your domain's ID at the door. SPF is the guest list. It says who's allowed in the party under your name. DKIM is the wristband, a proof that you are actually who you say you are. And third, that is DMARC, is the bouncer standing at the door that decides what happens if you don't have your name on the guest list and your wristbands are missing or don't match. You fail to set these up and it's the same as your email showing up at the club door without their names on the guest list or without a wristband. So the bouncer here is your email service provider like the Gmail and Outlook, who will definitely expel you out, that is your emails, in case you don't have your name on the guest list or a wristband, because your emails look like a stranger trying to sneak in. Okay, now two important things. Number one, you need to wait for a day or two after you set these three up, and only then you can connect your domain to the Warmup inbox tool. Number two, if your launch is already flagged as spam, you need to slow down, you need to stop sending your emails and constantly check your spam rate and your inbox rate, and a little damage can be repaired in as little as 2 to 4 weeks. Another thing about Warmup inbox, you need to check your reputation score every few days constantly. You don't just look at the inbox placement rate, you look at the bar graph here as well, along with the spam complaint rate. So if it shows red, red, red for days in a row consecutively, you need to stop sending emails. And in case it shows green, 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 or a mix of green and yellows for 7 days consecutively, this is your green signal that you can start sending your emails. So far we have seen the tool set up on a brand new domain, the common mistakes to avoid while doing warm up, and the things to keep in mind before you start sending your emails after the warm up period. If you've been facing this issue and your emails are in spam for a long time, this is your sign to stop fixing the old domain and start fresh, because it's always good to start fresh than keep fighting the lost battle. And in case you've done everything right and are still wondering how do you get out of spam, you can book a call with me. I can have a look at your setup and tell you what mistakes you might be making and help you improve your deliverability. Link is in the description. See you in the next one. Bye.